deal, everybody? It's your boy Michi Battle, and yeah, there's this little thing going around where people get asked 15 questions and they tag their friends, and yeah, I got tagged, so here I go. But before I answer these 15 very important questions to gamers, I'd like to start this video by saying, Jay Barry, I hate you. Yes, I hate you. You're one filthy, miserable excuse for a human. Not that you did anything wrong to anybody else, but you made me watch one of the most horrible YouTube videos ever created by one of the dumbest YouTubers ever seen, and it was just freaking horrible. I hope that nobody else ever gets to watch that video because it was just that bad. I would say who it is, but then I'd be giving you views to his channel, and I don't want anybody else to go to his channel, so don't go to his channel to watch the video. So I'm not going to say who it is. But that video was pure, unrestrained poop. Unrestrained. Just globs and globs of diarrhea, constipation, and all kinds of other defecation. Put all that together in a bowl and stir it with a spoon and clog your toilet up and throw it in there. That's what it was. It was full of shit. Now that that's out the way, let's get to these questions. How old was I when I first started playing video games? I'd probably say I was 3 or 4. I actually don't remember my very first gaming console. I remember it was white, and the controller had a little knob on it that went up and down, and it only went up and down, and it had a button on it. And then after that, I had the Atari 2600, I believe that was, and that's where like the bulk of the gaming started. But yeah, it was just a lot of Pong and battle tanks for me at first. So yeah. What is it about video games that I love? That's question number 2. And what is it about video games that I love? I love the escape from reality. Because there's real life, and there's these things in real life that you just simply cannot do. They're either immoral or they're illegal. There's a lot of stuff you can't do in real life. But in a video game, you can do whatever you want to within the confines of the video game. Say, for example, Grand Theft Auto. If you want to rob somebody, you can rob them. If you want to just run down the street and hit somebody, you can hit them. If you want to shoot somebody for no reason, you can shoot them. You can steal their car if you want to, if you have access to it. You can do whatever you want to. If you want to be a hero, play a game like Final Fantasy 14. You have to start from scratch and build yourself, but you can make yourself basically however you want to. And in a game like Final Fantasy 14, you can get a job and do even more stuff. So you'll actually have an in-game life outside of your real life, outside of your video game life, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of stuff you can do within the confines of a video game. If you want to be reckless and just run around and destroying stuff, you can play Infamous Second Son and go evil. If you get really mad at somebody and you want to beat somebody up, there's a variety of fighting games that you can play online and or offline. And just like in real life, no matter how mad you are and how much you want to win, there's no guarantee you're going to win. So yeah, it's a way that you can vent your frustration to even fight and be hostile without actually being hostile. Question number 3. Can violent and graphic games be a bad influence on people? Until the day people realize that music is influential, I won't say video games are influential. If you can tell me that all the music put out is okay, but you're going to complain about blood and violence in a video game, you need to take a serious look at yourself. But can they be? Yeah, they can be, but kids and people in general know that video games are fake. Nobody's playing video games saying, oh, this would be cool to do in real life. People don't do that. But they listen to music all day and do the stuff that they hear their stars do. Smoke weed, the way they talk to women, the way they interact with people in the club. Fight songs come on and people get violent and start fighting in the club. You know, it happens. So, hey, if you're not going to blame music, don't blame video games. PC or console? Console. However, back in the day, I did play The Sims on PC. And I was a huge emulator guy. But yeah, definitely console. Do I watch Let's Players on YouTube? And if so, who? Do I necessarily watch Let's Players? Not really. I might catch the homie Big Cheese, do a couple of videos. I might see whatever J Bar is playing, because he's actually a person that play games on the Xbox and show it. Uh, the boy Sword0079, he plays some games. Uh, Persona loves to stream all the time, but he always streams while I'm playing, so I can never watch because I'm currently playing games. And the boy, Mr. Official VG, is always, whenever he turns his console on, he's sharing the goodness with the community. So you can tune into it or not, but there's a variety for us there. Who's my favorite? I'm just gonna say Maximilian. There you go. Man. Let's see. What's my favorite genre of games? I would say definitely RPGs, because I enjoy the fact that you can create a character and go through a story that's made, or you can just play this person's story and grow with the character, as opposed to just being the character and the character has no development. Like, let's say the difference between Final Fantasy VII and Halo, and I'm not picking on Halo, Master Chief by any means, I'm just saying the difference between them. When you start playing Final Fantasy VII, Cloud is weak. I mean, he's strong for a regular person, but he's weak in the game. You have to take Cloud from level 1 to at least level 70 to be effective at the end of the game. And you're going to have to grow along the game. And you play Halo, Master Chief is Master Chief. He ain't getting no power-ups. He not getting no special weapons. He might pick up a bazooka. He might drive a car. But the Master Chief you play with at the beginning of the game is the same Master Chief you end the game with. There's no real character development there. Story grows, but the character doesn't. Let's see, what's the next question? Am I an old school gamer, or do I like the newest, getting the newest consoles? Once I'm done with a console generation, I'm done with it. And I've lived through a lot of consoles. So, I would consider myself a modern day gamer. That being said, I play everything. My preference is the newest thing. But if you call me out on PS3 and I have the game, I'll play it. Or sometimes I'll just pop into the PS2 just to Kingdom Hearts it up, or something, or you know, I'll play other games. But I don't have to just stay on one console. Because I wouldn't call the handheld consoles exactly next gen, but I play them. What's next? Nintendo or Sega? Oh, I'm going to have to say I can't choose. Because as much of a Nintendo fan as I am, I wasn't a Nintendo fan until later on, like Nintendo 64. Like early on, I loved the original Nintendo. I hated the Super Nintendo for some reason. I didn't appreciate the Super Nintendo till I got older. So I'm going to say I can't choose, because I loved the hell out of my Sega Genesis. Favorite and least favorite video game characters? My favorite video game character, I would have to say, is favorite video game character. That's a difficult question. I'm going to have to say probably Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Yep, that's it. Worst video game character ever? Jason from Heavy Rain. Yes, my worst video game character ever is the little boy that dies on Heavy Rain. He should have had his ass whooped way earlier in the movie for having an attitude in the first place. Yeah, y'all gonna hate that one, but I don't care. Am I a Let's Player? I'm not necessarily a Let's Player, but I will show you my gameplay. And what made me make a gaming channel? Sometimes I talk about stuff, and I have a point of view that I very rarely see shared by other people. So if for any reason I want to make a comment on something, I have the platform to do so. It's not necessarily that I crave attention or I just want to keep the gaming community filled with input. But if I will have something I want to speak about, I will. Just like my disdain for Jay Barry right now, because he made me watch that horrible video by that horrible person. Jesus, I'm so upset. Let's see what's next. Favorite video game soundtrack? I can't get away from anything that's not Zelda. All the Zeldas. That's just gonna Zelda soundtrack that works for me. Any game recommendations? If you're looking to get into MMORPGs that is, and you have a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4, I would recommend you start with a free game in DC Universe Online. Uh, if you want something a little more detailed and a little more popular probably right now, Final Fantasy 14 on PS3 and PS4 and PC. Excellent game to play. The Order 1886. For me, it told an excellent story, and there's visuals that can't be compared to anything else. And I know people say it's short and it was a movie and all that other stuff, yeah, but you've seen worse movies than the Order 1886. So if you're going to call it a movie, call it what kind of movie it is. And if you watch the movie The Kingsman and you like that and you don't like the Order 1886, there's a problem. Let's see, what's next? If I could be a character from any game, who would I choose and why? If I could be a character from any game, I'd probably be Cloud from Final Fantasy. He likes his little solitary moments. He doesn't really need anybody, but he values his friends, and he gets the job done. So that's pretty much me. And who would I tag? And do I tag anybody? You know what? I'm gonna do the world a favor. I'm not gonna tag anybody because a lot of you people probably won't even watch this video. So I'm not gonna tag anybody. I'm just gonna not tag anybody. And do I risk losing any friendships over this video? If you don't like me after this video, fuck you. I said it. But yeah, that's it. It's your boy Michi Battle. Signing out. Jay Barry, I hate you. Again, let that be known that I really, really despise you. Right now, at this point in time, we are not friends. And if I see you on the streets, I'm going to punch you in the face. Or maybe not. Shouts out to all the people that's still talking about getting into the council. Good job looking from the outside, looking in. Have fun, and good night.